PT Cindy again from Body Fit Physical Therapy. Today we're going to go over how to use some of these different tools. I have foam roll here, and I have a like a lacrosse ball, just a hard ball, and then I have what I call a peanut massager or peanut ball set. And what we're going to do with these, I'm going to show you how to use these to mobilize and almost like massage the soft tissue that's around your shoulder girdle in the front and the back of your shoulder, but also how you can use these to help mobilize your thoracic spine. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to use the foam roller. And this is just a medium density foam roller, and you can get them pretty much anywhere. So the first thing we'll do is I'll show you again how to stretch out the pecs by lying on it. And this is a little bit advanced, so I've shown this in a video before with a half foam roller. I'm going to show you today how to do it on a full foam roller. So I'm going to get right on it, and you want to get on that carefully because now it is going to move. And you want to make sure that you lie on it so that your entire spine is on it. And when you get down on the foam roller, you want to make sure that, again, your back doesn't pop up and you create this huge space here. So you want to kind of pin your low back down against the roller. So the stretching on the roller now is much higher, so I'm going to get a much stronger stretch here in my pecs as I begin to go into that angel or snow angel movement pattern. So as I go here, you can see how my arms are kind of dangling. This is the soft tissue tension that I have that's going to keep my arms up. Some people can touch down, most people can't, or they can just touch down with their hands. So you want to go slowly with this one, advancing yourself up and over your head after giving yourself long enough to stretch out. So you can hold the stretch here for a period of time, for a minute or so, kind of let yourself stretch out, and then you can bring your arms down more in a Y position. This is a great way, again, to open up, stretch out the pec area. You get a little pressure on your thoracic spine or your upper back, so it's going to help kind of move that spine into extension, which is more favorable for better posture and better alignment. So now I'm going to get up. I'm going to show you how to use it to mobilize that upper back and thoracic area even more by using it in the other direction. I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to sit kind of a foot away or so from it, and then I'm going to lean back on it. So as I lean back on it, I'm never going to let it go beyond kind of where my ribs just about start to kind of move in and go into my waist area. I want to stay pretty much where your bra strap would be. And you don't want to go any further than that with this mobilization. The first thing we can do is just, you can hold your head if your neck is sore from being held up on its own. You can kind of support it. Then I'm just going to use the roller to roll along the thoracic spine or your upper back. So I'm going gently down and then up just to below where my neck begins. So where my shoulder blades are. And you can pull your shoulders in and kind of hug yourself if your neck again is okay. And as you roll back and forth, you might even feel a couple pops here and there from your thoracic spine, your upper back, just moving and mobilizing. And that's perfectly normal. If you had any pain with that, I would say discontinue that. And again, consult with me by giving me a call or email. So that's one method of mobilizing. You can just do the rolling. Also have people, again, hold your neck, and you can just extend, find a spot where it might be a little tight, and extend over that spot. You can do 10 or so of at that spot, find a new one, and then roll on that spot. The other thing you can do is just bring your arms up and just rotate back and forth. Again, you might find a couple pops here and there in your thoracic spine. If you find a couple stiff spots, you can spend some time doing 10 or so rotations on that. You can grab a little, reach a little bit for the ceiling. So, a couple more pops there. So now the next thing you can do is, if you want to try to work with the same type of stretches with the peanut roller. So with this, it has this indentation. That's where you want the bones of the spine, the little knobs of your spine to fall into. So if I were to show you here on my spine, I'm going to have it be just along the spine, so the center part is between the balls. So I'm going to try to lie down just like that. Same concept, you're going to roll on it. This is going to be much more severe of a stretch, more soft tissue stretch. And you want to find again where you're tight, and then you may want to go a little slower and grade how much pressure you put on that. As you move down, you can find again a couple tighter spots, and then just do a little rocking back and forth to mobilize those segments. And you're almost giving yourself like a little bit of massage too. And just rolling back and forth. So those are some quick, easy things that you can do with these tools for your thoracic spine. To use the same concepts, the rollers and the foam rollers, we're going to go into how to stretch out the front of your shoulders and the backs of your shoulders. So you probably, if you've seen any other mobility type drills, what we're trying to do is soften or massage really the muscles first before we stretch them. So we're going to use the ball first to show you. And what I'm going to do is just kind of lie down on it so that it's where my lat is. So I'm going to put my pressure, my body weight here, but offset that a little bit by having some of it still on my legs. And I'm going to rock along and roll. This is one method. It is much more of a stretch or pressure than a foam roll would be, but it is an option. You can also do this against a wall. The other way you can use it is to use the foam roll instead. You'll have that here. And I'm going to lie down again here and then just kind of rock back up on it. So what you're looking for is that the soft tissue that is under your shoulder blade, kind of right through here, right along the shoulder blade, between your chest and your back, is a thick grouping of muscle. And that's what we're getting at by rolling along it. So as I roll, I can kind of move my hand around and again, create the pressure with my legs. We're going to move over to the front of the shoulder, to that pec. And with this one, you want to think about that you are putting pressure on that front muscle. So you want to use the foam roll to do that. So I'm going to lie on it. And I like to use what I call the roadkill position. So I have one leg up to just help me kind of rock better. And have that arm hit kind of on top of the foam roll at first. And then I'm going to use that pressure of the foam roll to go down further towards the chest. So you are going to use the foam roll to rock more forward, and that soft tissue that's here, that's your pec, and you're just going to use that roller nice and gentle. And again, you can move your arm around, you can put the palm down and palm up to get at that muscle there, just kind of rock back and forth. And all of the foam rolls and rolling you can do for 60 seconds or so. You can do a couple rounds of these on each side. 2 or 3 rounds is fine, and then you can move on to the next muscle group. So to get the back of the shoulder, again, you can use the ball, the cross ball, or you could use the peanut roller. So with the lacrosse ball, or the pink ball that I have, you want to lie down on that, and you're going to get that right underneath your shoulder. I'll kind of roll over so you can see. So right now I have it positioned between my shoulder blade and my spine, and there's some soft tissue there that's usually pretty sore on everybody. So you can just kind of land it there. You can even just hold it there and allow the pressure to sink in and allow the pain. After some time, the pain will actually go away from that pressure. If you want to advance this exercise, you can do some rolling. And that again is just finding some sore spots, trying to roll around on there for about 60 seconds. You can advance it by moving the arm back and forth while you're on it. And that's more pressure, so it's a little bit more of you might have more pain with that. You can also use the peanut roller, same idea, is finding some sore spots. Some people like this better, it doesn't roll as much. There's a greater surface area to work on. So again, I can kind of hold my head up, roll around. I can just do some arm exercises while I'm here. And after you're done with the rollers, the foam rollers or the peanut ball or the pink ball, you might find that when you go to move your shoulders back and do some of the shoulder retractions we've talked about in other videos, that it goes a little bit easier, that it's softer, and you have more mobility to do that. So these are great options for preparing the tissue for being stretched, or preparing the tissue to have the ability to go further into the range. So again, the black foam roller for the thoracic region, either you lie on it or you roll on it when it's positioned this way, or you can have use either of these in the thoracic area to loosen that area up, and then move on to the use of the black foam roller or the lacrosse ball or ping ball to mobilize the front of the shoulder and the back of the shoulder muscles and help release those before you go into any kind of exercise or stretching. The other quick thing that you can do with one of these balls is, even if you just rub the ball on the pec muscle and you don't want to do the lying down portion, that has shown that that has benefit as well in being able to just get the tissue ready to accept stretching. So with a 60-second roll here on either side in the pecs, that alone may help you feel more comfortable when you go to bring your shoulders back. So these are quick little things that you can do with some of these tools or toys, like I like to call them sometimes as toys, to get yourself to mobilize more and feel better when you go to stretch or exercise. You can see my next video for going over lower extremity foam rolling and how you can incorporate that into static stretching.